Look who's here. And his man. Where you at? Hey, doggy. It's the white squirrel. Come back, dear. Why are you hiding? I told you he exists. Just getting some chicken noodle soup started. Kicking out here with the white squirrel. What are you doing? It's been raining all night into the morning, and so remember my broccoli that all of a sudden disappeared? Guess what? Guess what? Look what's growing back. Look at this one. It will never give up. You will never blow its flame out, mother suckers. Hello, darling. Welcome back. Keep trying, dear. Keep trying. You've got it, darling. Dudes, check out my potatoes. Boom! Look at that. That is huge. So this is a giant pot. I got this for free on Craigslist. I had, it's not really showing how big it is quite right. That's a 5-gallon bucket right next to it. And so this dude was moving. He was giving away a bunch of free garden stuff. So I got my potatoes. So what did I put in here? I put in potatoes out of my bag of potatoes from the groceries. It started sprouting eyes. I just threw them in there. So we'll see what happens. They're definitely potatoing. I did know, so I had put them in there, and then I had to move them because I initially had them in that 5-gallon bucket. And so when I moved them after I got that big bucket, that big pot, and if you're gonna do it, make sure it has drainage holes on the bottom of it. If it doesn't, you can just take a drill and drill holes in it. But when I moved it, the potato already had all these roots coming out of it. It was all creepy looking, really neat. And so potatoes are really cool to watch how they grow. And you don't even have to use a whole potato. You can cut a potato in half and plant both halves. And eventually, it'll make the potato plant. That's what we're seeing. And then down at the bottom underneath, it will start growing potatoes off the root system. And so, I just heard tuber. So, yeah. What do you think is going on deep in the roots? I'm back in, checking on the soup. Yeah, I'm gonna make chicken noodle soup. Look at this. An end has already popped off of it. Look at it. Now, this is not for the faint of heart, but if you're gonna eat meat, you gotta know what you're eating. That is a huge blob of bone marrow. So that is so good for you. And it will just kind of incorporate in. And so that's what we're doing. We're just slowly cooking all these chicken legs. And I almost said thigh. You can do the same thing with chicken thighs. And we're just letting that bone marrow come out. And this will be really good, really good base for your chicken noodle soup. Now, it kind of has like a brown look to it right now. That's totally normal. And eventually, I will add a little bit of chicken bouillon to it. Well, better than bouillon is what it is. And that will give it a yellowy color. But if it's still like, if you see, there comes a point if you're gonna cook from scratch like this, where it's best the kids don't look in the pot during this part. But you can also add turmeric. And so I'll show you how turmeric can make everything look more pleasing to the eye. Okay, so here I have turmeric. Pour a little bit in there. Voila! So much more appetizing looking. And turmeric's good for you too. On the way to delicious chicken noodle soup. So I'm just gonna let this simmer, and it'll be, I won't let it get to boiling. You don't wanna boil it because boil will make it bitter and gross. You wanna do a gentle simmer where it's just getting, I'd like it a little bit hotter than this, where it's just getting active bubbles around the side of the pot. And we're just gonna let it do its magic. Right now, all I have in here is the legs, water, some apple cider vinegar, and a little bit of salt. So I'm just gonna let that just do its thing right now. And then in a little bit, I'll start adding seasoning. And we'd use the apple cider vinegar because it's going to break down all that cartilage and that good stuff. So if you're feeling sick, feeling run down, if you're feeling depleted, this is a really easy, it just takes a while, but it's actually really easy to do. If you don't have apple cider vinegar, any kind of vinegar, just a little bit of vinegar will work. You don't want to use too much. You can use rice vinegar, apple cider vinegar, regular vinegar, anything you have. All right, so there's the first part of it. More